Hello everyone, hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your friend African Queen present in the show right now. What's up people? I know a lot has been happening. It has been a while, guys. It's not easy. It's getting tough, and more especially in United States. You can't believe what is happening, but into God's hands that we commit all this, because it's terrible. It's too much. It's too much to handle. But anyway, today I want us to discuss concerning the understanding the words of prophecy. Like, if every pastor or man of God or servant of God or whoever that is worshiping God is fake, who are the real ones? Which people are the real ones? Because hearing that all the prophecy is fake, everything they're saying is fake, everything they're saying is not real, the healing is not real, the is being arranged, is this, is kind of, I don't know, is upsetting. But if we go to the scripture and read concerning the prophecy in scripture, you will understand is almost close to what is happening. That a prophecy is given to you, maybe that you will win something and you did not win it, or that something terrible or people are going to perish, and you just be waiting to see that happen. How about if somebody pray and, like, based on what is on the Bible, they will be given prophecy and they pray over it. If it's maybe something terrible or bad, God will answer the prayer and change it, and make it not to happen the way the prophecy was given. Will you say the prophecy is not true, or will you say it's not real? But remember that you prayed over it and God answered prayer and have mercy on you for the bad thing not to happen. Okay, let's say they told you you will win lottery visa or you will win something great, and they tell you you also have to pray over it. Let it happen by the grace of God. You will win it. And maybe it didn't come as said. You will like, oh, the prophecy is not real. But maybe you didn't pray over it or something. Like, I'm trying to understand this word prophecy, And if you go to the scripture will tell you, for you to know the real prophet, that what the prophet prophesies, it have to come to pass. If it did not come to pass, that means it's not the real prophet. Is it every prophecy that have to go that way? Because, like I said earlier, if the prophet prophesied that people are going to fall sick or people are going to perish, and people keep on praying, maybe asking for God's mercy, please God, don't let it happen, and it did not happen that way, what will you think about that? God intervened, intervention of God, for that not to happen that way. That remind me of when God asked Abraham if if you can count number of people that that didn't do something bad or something, I will heal their land, I will do this. I'm like, okay, whereby maybe they didn't get what happened. So a lot of things going on. Like, if you can look into this prophecy of a thing, like from in 1 Corinthians 13 verse 9, it says, "For we know in part and we prophesy in part, but when that which is perfect has come, then that which is in part will be done anyway." But if you come to chapter 14 verse 3, it says, "But he who prophesies speaks edification and exhortation and comfort to men." Sometimes maybe the prophet might talk in a way to comfort the people, to educate them concerning a particular vision or prophecy, letting the people have hope and to get them not to be in fear of what is going to happen, or to give them the courage, like have faith, have hope is gonna end soon, or so time. So maybe based on what the prophet saw. But one thing we should understand is that the prophet is also a human being like us. The prophet is not Jesus. The prophet is also a servant. So if something is being shown to the prophet, maybe it wasn't clear, or he said it in a way that he hoped it is what the outcome will be, or it is how God will, like maybe predicting God will answer the prayer exactly, how you're calling upon him. But there are some scriptures you will see God may be doing things the way he wants. So it's a little bit kind of confusing. Like, let's say, okay, listen to this prophecy now. Let's take, for example, from this man of God, Prophet T.B. Joshua. Listen to this prophecy. Then I will get back to you. I will get back to you guys.
Prophecy for 2020. Prophet T.B. Joshua.
Remember last year what God said through us, that this year is very, very, very fearful. That was it last year. And it was just a summary I was telling you people, but I was not giving you people the detail. But you are able to say that indeed the last year was very, very well. And that last year is still, it will end around March. Like God constable.
Prophecy for 2020. Prophet T.B. Joshua. Our prayer warriors are on their knees praying to make sure the changeable ones are changed. These prophecies were released on 28th December 2019, but made available on 5th January 2020. This year will be a year of humility. This year, the Lord will humble us with our challenges. Challenges can be affliction, arrogance, pride, wickedness, or bad habits. To humble us with these is for these things to destroy us or expose us. Let us move closer to God. 2. Agriculture will help the economy because the economy will have a backlash. People should invest in agriculture. Let us farm to help the economy. 3. There will be a common medicine that will cause people to be high to die, to commit suicide, to think of what can lead to death. The governments of each nation should watch out and put a check on pharmaceutical drugs that come to the country. 4. America should invest more in agriculture because their economy will be affected. The economy they see today.
Yes, I hope you did listen to that prophecy concerning all these things that are happening now. But one thing you should realize is that the prophet is not God. The prophet is just a servant. He's also a human being. That prophet prophesy does not mean that you will just rely on the prophet. Remember, God have to deliver the message to the prophet for prophet to tell the people. So if you think or said everyone is fake, every man of God is fake, every prophet is fake, now you have to find out, investigate, and get the real one. Let's know who is the real one. If every prophet is fake or prophetess is fake, now who is the real one? So does it mean there is no real prophet on the planet? Is that what it means? Okay. If a prophet prophesied that people are going to perish, are you going to wait for that to come to pass? Are you going to say, okay, what he prophesied, let it come to pass, let people pray? Is that what you will, or you will pray? Don't you know that when they prophesy, they will also say, pray over it? Or they will say, if they tell you, the Lord say you will win something, you will win gold or silver or something good, but it's gonna be by the grace of God. You have to pray over it for that thing to be successful. And when they said by the grace of God, that means it's not by their own power. It's by the grace of God, it's not by their own power. Yes, they have delivered the message, but also God who deliver the message to them, we also have his own things to do the way he wants to do it. But I'm not saying that all the prophet or prophetess, they are perfect, they are good, they are this or that. But, it's left for you to investigate and find out who is the real prophet. Since the Bible said, for you to detect the real prophet, what he say have to come to pass. But is it everything? Have you checked everything the prophet said have to come to pass the same way? If everything they say have to come to pass the same way, maybe they said people are going to perish, so you want it to happen that way without asking the mercy of God, without calling upon God for God to have mercy on his people so that it will not happen that way. Okay, let me read from the book of Numbers. Let me read what happened here between Miriam and Aaron concerning Moses. Yes, Moses might not be a prophet, but God speaks to Moses face to face. God gave Moses sign for Moses to know that that God is present where he is. Okay, let's read Numbers 12, chapter 12 from 1. It says, then Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. So they said, has the Lord indeed spoken only through Moses? He has not spoken through us also. And the Lord heard it. Now, the man Moses was very humble, more than all men who were on the face of the earth. Suddenly, the Lord said to Moses, Aaron and Miriam, come out, you three, to the tabernacle of meeting. So the three came out, that is Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. The three came out. Then the Lord came down in the pillar of cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both went forward. Then he said, hear now my words. If there is prophet among you, I, the Lord, make myself known to him in a vision. I speak to him in a dream. Not so with my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my house. I speak with him face to face, even plainly, and not in dark sayings. And he sees the form of the Lord. Why then were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? So the anger of the Lord was arose against them, and he departed. And when the cloud departed from above the tabernacle, suddenly Miriam became leprous, as white as snow. Then Aaron turned toward Miriam, and there she was a leper. So Aaron said to Moses, Oh, my Lord, please do not lay this sin on us, in which we have done foolishly and in which we have sinned. Please do not let her be as one dead, whose flesh is half consumed when he comes out of his mother's womb. So Moses cried out to the Lord, saying, you see that? Moses have to pray to the Lord, calling upon God concerning what has happened immediately. Please heal her, oh God, I pray. Then the Lord said to Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, will she not be ashamed? 7 days, let her be shut out of the camp 7 days, and afterward she may be received again. So Miriam was shut out of the camp 7 days, and the people did not journey till Miriam was brought in again. You see what happened there? Miriam received that punishment, like, maybe 7 days punishment based on what the Bible said. But Moses have to pray also and call upon God to have mercy on Miriam so that Miriam will be healed. Okay, I'm saying this because I saw this on this in the scripture. It's not my own words. It's this is what happened during Moses, Miriam, and Aaron, but I'm just using it as example concerning the Ethiopian woman that Moses married. So think about it. You want to tell me there is no real prophet on this planet? But it will be good if you can investigate and find out if there is any real prophet. And also study the Bible to understand the words of prophecy. Because words of prophecy sometimes it doesn't go exactly like the Bible said. It comes in part. Sometimes they understand in part. So, and if you go to 1 Corinthians 14, it will also tell you about speaking in tongues, concerning speaking in tongues. There are a lot of, fake speaking in tongues that is not even real. How can somebody say you want to on the speaking in tongue and you start speaking in tongue? Does it work that way? So you have every right to find out which one is real and which one is not real. So you can detect that yourself. You cannot compare man and Jesus by saying what faith did a sick person have and Jesus healed that person. Come on now, this is Jesus. You're talking about Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ can heal anyone. He don't need to wait for you to have your faith before he can heal you. That's Jesus. That is Jesus. Jesus can heal anyone. For himself being the Lord, he can heal. So you can't compare Jesus with a man by saying, what faith did that person have for Jesus to heal? Don't forget that your prayers that the Lord had will let the Lord deliver the message to the prophet. The prophet is not God. And sometimes the prophet might say something, to comfort the followers, to let them have hope, to let them believe. Sometimes might be a word of advice. Let's hope, let's believe. God will do it that way. But that does not mean God doesn't have his own way of doing things. God has his own way of doing things. So believe in God. And God will show you who the real prophet is. Try to find out. So you cannot just conclude that everyone is fake. Remember the Bible said, an organization that don't have a prophet or a vision, they perish. They're blindfolded. But that does not mean that everyone prophecy is real, but you have to find out the one that is real. You have to find out. You cannot conclude that everyone is fake. So my people, I will round it up right here. And let's keep on praying and hope that God will also have mercy and eradicate this deadly disease on the planet that is shaking the whole world. It's terrible. It's terrible. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for clicking. Until I meet you guys on my next video. Thank you and remembrance. Bye-bye.